how sweet it is. It's to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Eats Dinner with Hot Sauce. HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. So happy to have you guys here with me tonight. Happy to be here with you tonight. The hot sauce got me. But it's so good. Hot sauce is so good. This is your weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show. I say it's a weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax, and hopefully by now you've poured yourself a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
as we cruise into the weekend. I'm telling you, sorry, your boy was hungry and I was out running around. But of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. Of course, hitting the bell is the best way to know when to go live, because I routinely go live late, as you regulars, as you nerds know. So make sure that you have that bell turned on. Yeah, we have a fun show in store tonight. We watched a new show. We have a new show coming on at 9 o'clock. I can't watch it until my wife comes home, because that's how we roll. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of fun stuff. So without further ado, we'll bring in the man. Do I have that button set? I think I do. The man, the myth, the legends. It is me. I am the problem. It's me. Happy to have you guys here with me tonight. Yeah, I am liking the new standing desk. Yeah, we're here. We're doing the damn thing, and I have to admit I have a problem. It's a why buy real things when you buy fake things problem. And got some glasses, not even real. They literally don't do anything. I was like, oh, on Amazon, fake glasses for a photo shoot at some point. Why not? And I'm rocking my gold chain. Fake, as always. You know, sometimes it's on backwards. It's all right. Sometimes with like jewelry and stuff, I'm like, why do you have to buy real? Like, of course, you know, like my wife's wedding ring is real, and like there's other jewelry that's real. But sometimes I'm like, if it looks good in the picture, like, who cares? Why not? Just do it. I might have to turn the fan on too. It's a little warm in here. Actually, let me do that real quick. But I'm also pretty excited. We have a new drink that's currently being chilled, because I bought it warm because I just grabbed the case. As you can see, it's hoodie season. Hoodie season is coming. It's coming in hot. It's coming in fast. I think it's a teaser. You know, usually it gets to like another 90 or 100 degrees before you fully get into fall. But the last 2 days, windows open, hoodie outside while I do some yard work, hoodie outside while I go to the store. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So hopefully the weather is okay by you. And if you're down south, of course, I hope that all goes well with the storm coming in. I don't know how that storm's going. So hopefully it doesn't do much to you where you are. But let's get the shameless plugs out the way. Then we'll say hi to the chat, of course. We have the one and only nerdaffiliated.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated, from the latest shorts, Daily Planet episodes, live shows, all that goodness. Make sure you guys head over there. And of course, if you want to rock cool hoodies like this one here, you have the store. Pick yourself up some sweet, sweet merch. As per usual, a new season is upon us. So we will be adding a couple new styles in there. So if you want to pick some up, by all means, help the channel out. And of course, to all of you who are, once again, channel members, to those of you who have purchased from the store, for those of you who have shared a video, I say thank you. And one more time, did I take a swig last time? I don't even remember. One more time.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Because that's what we do. That's what we do. So let's scroll up, say hello to everybody. And by the way, if you can, if it's not too much trouble, I don't want no trouble, smash that like button. Hit like, hit subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified every time we go live here on the channel. Look at that. Tony said, hit that like button. I knew there was one Tony in our nerd circle that cared about me, and that's the one right there. That's the real deal right there. I'm good. Tired, but good. All right, there you go. Dave's Dimension in the house. Had a setback on one of my prop pieces, so I'm working on a workaround 3D printing parts tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, I saw your post online. Hopefully you get that figured out. Everybody saying hi to each other. Love that. Are you ready for Toronto? He's asking Dave that. Yep. This is war for Ultra Carta. He's in there. I think the chat's out of order right now, but I know what you guys are talking about. I know what you're talking about. Like I said, of course, Dave's Dimension in the house. Creativity from the future in the house. Good to see you. There he is. Ultra Carta in the house. Good to see you. K-Walk Comedy in the house. Good to see you, Kathy. Earlier today, I was getting off work. I ordered another Ringside exclusive Ultimate Edition CM Punk, who's on back order, along with AEW, Bloody Britt Baker, along with hardcore accessories. That's pretty awesome. The accessories, man, they really make they make a difference on the display. They make a difference. Don't you mean HeyArcher Media? Yeah, man, it's you guys know how it is on these streets, man. It's I don't know why this one thing's not working either. Anyway, yeah, I've been trying to figure out like my branding as far as, you know, the Daily Planet. I'm really enjoying that series, and I made another Instagram channel or Instagram page. It was called Book of Archer 2, because I have Book of Archer, which is my photo page. I made Book of Archer 2, and the idea there was that was going to be where I follow like a lot of my clients for my day job. And then it turned into that's going to be more of my like professional Instagram, where like, you know, HeyArcher is more just like a combo of nerdy stuff and nerd affiliated. And I post all my political memes on there and stuff like that. So Book of Archer 2 was going to be like the more like, I don't know, safe for work one, if anything. But then it kept changing and I kept adding to it. And I feel like things are confusing because I'm HeyArcher, and then there's Book of Archer, and then there's Nerd Affiliated, and then there's Real Nerd Busters. There's like so much stuff. So after a bunch of changes to the URL and all that stuff, I've determined that the professional-ish page will be HeyArcher Media. So people see it, they're like, oh, it's a media company. I don't know. And then Nerd Affiliated, it's kind of like under that. And then, of course, you have me, HeyArcher. And then Book of Archer will remain like my... Here, I'll show you. So, like, if anybody's ever like, oh, like, can I see, like, your portfolio? Like, see what you do? Like, I direct them to Book of Archer, right? So you can see, like, photos. There's samples of, like, videos I've done. You can, you know, submit a email to, like, do work together, that kind of thing. So I didn't want to get rid of Book of Archer for that aspect, but I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm trying to figure out a way to like just not make it confusing, because I feel like it's still kind of confusing. The man collects in the house. Good to see you. Dada Films in the house. Good to see you. Loving that stand-up desk. I am. Archer rocking like a DJ. Yep. Fake it before you make it. There you go. You know, I think even if I like was somehow like a millionaire or whatever, I'd still wear fake shit. I just don't see the point. That's just me. Patrick in the house. Gang, good to see you. T3 in the house. Good to see you. Henry Resilient in the house. Good to see you. Did I miss the Alien Earth combo? You did not. Finally off early enough to catch the show. There you go. Love that. I'll talk Alien Earth. No spoilers, just like some initial thoughts on it. T3 said I'll make an announcement either on my podcast or maybe here in the coming months. It's big. There you go. I enjoyed every issue of the Daily Planet. Book of Archer 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yes. It's a work in progress. All of this is a work in progress. You guys know. And you know what's cool is a lot of you who are in the live. I don't know about the replay. Like if there are some of you who, you know, listen to the podcast, which that community is growing, even though they don't talk to each other, like they don't know, people won't communicate via podcast, but the podcast numbers are growing. So there's a lot of you who do listen to the podcast. So welcome, come to YouTube at any point in time. We would love to have you, or Twitch. But a lot of you who are here on the lives tend to be creators. Like that's how a lot of us met. So you guys know the whole thing with the branding, you know, like do you do shorts channel? Do you do a main channel? Do you do multiple channels based on the topics you want to do? Do you do multiple Instagrams? You know, I've talked about it ad nauseum. Talk about it with Daily Planet. It's funny you mentioned the issue thing. I don't know if I said that out loud. I definitely talked about it with ChatGPT, my new friend, about how there's like daily issues. Unless I did say it on the episode, I don't remember. But yeah, it's all a work in progress. Things it doesn't bother me like in touch. I just like see it shaking in the wind. Maybe I need new headphones at some point that don't look all beat up. You know, there's that. I do want to make one thing, right? I didn't want to really like talk about it. I feel like I gotta talk about it. Just like 2 seconds. And definitely want to talk about it before I have too many drinks. That's for sure. There's news going around in our collector community that is not great. It's not great. And those of you who know, you know. Those of you who don't know, I'm sure you'll see it. If you're not in the toy collector space, you got no clue about it, and that's fine. But the only things I kind of want to note on this are, it goes without being said, you know, we run pretty much a zero tolerance community on this side of the nerd space, right? The toy community, the Ghostbuster community, whatever it is, we run a zero tolerance on there. But what I think really pisses me off, and I feel like I talked about this before, and I don't remember why I was talking about this. But alas, here we are. On the toy community side of things specifically, we run a very fine line as far as public perception. Because for a lot of toy hunters, it's bad enough that sometimes on a daily basis, you can catch us in your local Target, Walmart, whatever store, in a toy aisle, walking around recording toys, right? If you're somebody who has no idea that the toy community, like the toy hunter community even exists, which is most of the population, you walk down that aisle, maybe you have your kid with you, and there's a 40-plus man in that aisle, sometimes lady, with their camera, you know, looking at stuff, and you're like, are they going to look at my kid? Are they going to like film me, whatever? So we run a very fine line of like, people think we're kind of like weird as is. They do. Hate to break the news to some people who may not know that. If you're on fuck shit, stay out of the community. Get out. If you're on your fuck shit right now, get out of the community right now. Like, don't even make a channel. Don't talk to us. Don't do any of that shit. First of all, you should go find help or whatever, but do not associate yourself. I don't care if you need a friend or not. You have no friends in the toy community space, in the nerd space, none of that stuff. Because if you, and when you get caught, it makes us look bad. And I'm not about that. Most of the community is not about that. And to be honest, fuck you. So, that's pretty much all I got to say about that kind of thing. I understand, as somebody who has known people that have had their run-ins with the law, I can understand where you run into dilemmas of, that was my friend. I had no idea they were doing X, Y, and Z. And they got caught doing X, Y, and Z. I can understand that dilemma. But upon learning that dilemma, there's zero reason. There is zero reason to still publicly either support the person, like the person, like their shit online, share their shit online. There's like zero reason for any of it. Zero. Especially when we got signed, sealed, delivered by the Fed, by the law, by the man. You can't even be like, oh, you don't know. No, either I do know. So if you're still on the fence about things, you can have that internal debate with yourselves. Everybody's got to deal with their own demons. I get it. But if you publicly still want to back a person like that, I'm going to say privately, but I don't know what you do in your private home. That's what happens in your head. I don't know what happens on your phone. Like, I can't talk to that. But if you're going to publicly still back somebody, one up somebody, whatever, and they're on their fuck shit, I'm sorry. There's no space for you here. Like, we're good. We're good without you. So that's all I got to really say about that. Again, if you want to look up what I'm talking about, by all means, it'll be across your feed in no time if you're a toy collector. That's for sure. It is funny, though. I'm going to take one more drink. I'm going to take a drink to this one. I'm going to take a drink to my enemies.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
I gained such immense joy today when a link about this person was shared to me. And I was like, oh, it must be old because it says like unavailable. And they're like, that's weird. It was like literally just posted. And I was like, really? Like what post is it? And it was from somebody who blocked us. Somebody who blocked me. And I was like, I don't even know what I did to you that I got blocked. 50 Cent meme. You're like, fuck Neo, fuck this guy, fuck 50. What did 50 do? So I don't know why I got blocked by this person. But I can tell you what, I'm very good with being blocked. Because you also are on your own kind of fuck shit. And I'm good. So there you go. I actually was like, yeah. I got blocked. So I felt good about that one. I'm a Cancer. We us Cancers, man, we love the pettiness of things. Drama, all about it. That's why I love the freaking housewife stuff. I love drama. All about it. It makes life interesting. As long as it stays like, can you ever have respectful drama? I don't know. But as long as you're like, we're not crossing any lines, I'm fine with it. But some people, when drama approaches, they turn to crybabies about it, and I'm like, I don't even know what I did. But I'm cool, so I watch your stuff. Actually, probably one of your highest viewed watchers, because I love watching it just to fucking rip on it. In my own head, I don't even talk about it. So there you go. Where did I leave off? Are the comments not? I feel like I'm scrolling on the comments, and right now it's not scrolling here. We'll see. Jamie Pale Rider in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, it's not scrolling on the side. Let me see if I do that. And then bring it back. There we go. Nice. So I've mentioned a couple of times, Jamie runs the Generation X-Wing or Gen X-Wing. Sorry, I keep messing it up. Podcast. And I'm going to be on next week, I believe. My calendar will remind me. I think it's next week. And I told you guys last week how they do real Ghostbuster like breakdowns. So we're going to be reviewing and talking about 2 episodes of the real Ghostbusters. One that I've seen, one that I've not seen. So I'm excited to watch that before the episode. But Jamie, you're messing up my whole flow because I like to listen to you guys while I'm watching the show. Now I got to watch it with my own just head conversations and not listening to you guys. So it's fine. I'll let it slide this time. But I'm thoroughly excited to be on it and talk some real Ghostbusters. Patrick with the popcorn. Yep. Tree Life. Yep. With that popcorn. Yep. No excuses. Exactly. Mega Dan in the house. Long time. Good to see you. Patrick said I'm so out the loop, but I'm a nod in agreement. Yeah. You'll see it. You'll see it. About what? Again, you'll see it. You'll see it in your feed. Yeah. Guilty by association. Yeah. And like I said, there are people that will struggle with this, and I completely get it. Because you're like, damn, I was cool with that person. Damn, I invited them to my house. Like, I totally get that. And I have no ill will to anybody having that debate. It's when you've known information and you're like, I'm still going to publicly be in their corner as I try to figure it out. Like, that part is like, that's kind of sketch. So if you're having your own debate about it, that's normal. That's normal. It's the next stage that I'm like, all right, you got to really make a decision here. And by the way, I'm not talking about anybody I know. Nobody in that fuckboy shit is anybody I know personally. Even when I say about having debates about, I'm not talking about anybody I know personally. The second chapter of fuckboy shit, I know that person. First chapter, I don't know that person. Can't confirm or deny those allegations. If they blocked you, oh well, you don't need them. You don't need the hate. They just complicate. God damn, I'm so stupid. I'm complicate. Yeah. These classes ain't doing shit. My brain ain't doing shit. In other words, I love you guys.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Generation X-Wing podcast. There you go. Oh no, is it work? Okay. I just had a wheel of death going on. And I was like kind of scared. I also got a notification that I was running out of storage. I don't know why. Let me turn off Photoshop. That's also running some storage. Ooh, yeah, I am running low on storage. Good googly muggly. Let me try to rectify that real quick, because I know that'll be a problem. I know that's going to be a problem. Hang on. Talks amongst yourselves. This is coffee talk. Talks amongst yourselves. Let's see. Let's move this as well. Gonna just move that out the way. So then I can delete, and make space. You know, the thing I hate is like, it's kind of like when you buy a cell phone, you're like, oh, that's more than enough storage based on like your previous device. And then as new updates come out and as things advance, all of a sudden that storage is like no longer a relevant amount of storage. It's thoroughly annoying. Let's see. Can I move this too? Just for extra space? I can. There we go. I got like 4 hard drives that I run these days. All right, we're good. We should be good. Whew. I saw that wheel of death happening when I was scrolling the chat. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening? See, and now the chat's not moving again. There we go. I gotta say, when I hit up at Target and the toy aisle is empty, I make sure I jump in like a ninja and get out. It's true, man. It's true. Like, there are times like when you, there are times where like you do stuff and you don't realize like how society views you doing stuff until like maybe you see somebody else, right? So for me, it definitely happened with toy collecting, right? I remember one time when I started, I went into an aisle and then I was doing the HeyArcher YouTube channel and started doing toy hunting. And I saw like 3 dudes like in the same aisle, not recording anything, but just kind of like standing there. And I was like, man, that's weird. Like, why are they in this aisle? And I was like, oh, that's what I look like. Like, if nobody knows me, that they just see me just like any other currently 40-year-old man in a toy aisle, like next to like kid Legos and next to Mr. Beast toys, you know, looking at stuff. So sometimes you kind of have to like step back and be like, all right, how am I perceived? Even though I have no ill intent. And then be like, oh, okay, I got to adjust how I move based on how I think other people may think I look or what I may be doing. So it's complicated. That happens with a lot of things. Same thing, like if you, let's say you and your, actually this is a true story. Back in New York, right? My friends and I used to like go out Friday, Saturday night, get ripped every Friday, Saturday. Didn't matter. Every Friday, Saturday, get ripped. Occasionally on a Thursday. But to us, it was just like normal. Like, this is what you did. And when I got on one of my first health kicks, I remember going to the bar during the daytime because, I was like skateboarding or biking in the area. And I was like, oh, I'll stop by. I'll get a drink, get some water. It was hot outside, take a break, and then like continue on my way. Same bar I'd go to every Friday, Saturday. So I go there. It's like freaking, maybe it's 5:00, maybe. And some of the people that I normally would see were already ripped at like 5:00 sun time, like sun out and everything. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Oh, wait, that's me, except the lights are on. Got it. You know what I'm saying? So like, sometimes you don't realize how people may view you until you see somebody else and you're like, oh, So I can feel the Just Incredible oozing out of you. I don't think I'm doing, oh, I got something on my teeth. Sorry. I don't think I'm doing that. I love watching his channel. But sometimes I feel like all you do is talk about Uncle Tim. Or he changed his name, Iron Ken, whatever his new name is. I feel like that's usually what you talk about. You got to find something else to talk about. Still like the channel, though. This Tuesday, 9:15 Pacific, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. There you go. There you go. Now you got to listen to us in real time. Yep. Tony will be there. Yep. Real Ghostbusters to say, yep. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. I know, right? Lost all respect for him after Dave told us about the truth about him. Well, there you go. Late as usual. Hi, boss. There's the other Tony in my life. The other Tony. Smoking mirrors in the toy aisle. You got to be on that like ninja shit where you're there and then the second you hear somebody coming down the toy aisle, just like smoke bomb, vanish. Ninja, vanish. Where's the tough? There you go. Clip it. Yep. Geek Strong in the house. Good to see ya. Hate to see Archer do math. You don't even want to see me do math. Not even. You guys saying hi to each other. Love that. Also, anyone found the classified crystal ball? Because my buddy Ed from Rebels, Reptiles, and Games will be giving something to anyone who finds him a crystal ball classified figure. I was actually going to hit up Walmart tonight, and I ran out of time. But if I saw that, I think I would have picked that up for myself. I don't collect that much classified, you guys know, but that one, when I saw them announce it, I was like, that's actually pretty cool. When I go to Target, I am like the Sprint salesman, approaching people to subscribe to my channel. I love that. All right. So, we kind of just spent the better part of like 45 minutes. Oh no, it's only been 30. I forgot I was late. We spent about 30-ish minutes talking about fuckboys. So we'll talk about some other stuff as the show proceeds to give you what you need. So I'm going to head up Toy Shiz and it's all this stuff. Is getting huge shout out thank you to Troy Z. They're at the Fan Expo Canada covering the Hasbro booth. Oh, look at that, Dave. There's a bunch of stuff at the Hasbro booth. The upcoming releases. That's cool. Oh yeah, this was at STCC. The face here, it looked much better in the renders on Frank Castle. Right now, I'm a little iffy on that. I'm getting a little iffy on that. Still in on the Daredevil, of course. He looks almost like too sad. Right? I don't know. I'm still going to get it. I think I ordered 2. So we'll see. They have the Spider-Man on display. Yeah, I regret not getting this one. Honestly, I thought it was going to like shelf warm and I'd be able to get it on sale at some point, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So yeah, they got some other stuff. Cool. But let's talk about Deadpool. Then we'll talk about Alien Earth, and then see where the rest of the night takes us. If that's okay with you guys. You missed the beginning of the stream. Gonna need to give the new John Berthal Punisher Marvel Legend figure gun for him to look badass. Yeah. All right, so we got the reveal today. There was 2 Marvel Legend reveals this week. One of them was the Iron Man and I almost said the Mandalorian. Oh my God. Sorry, T3. Should I pull up do you have all these images? Are you up to date? I didn't check today. I'm sorry. He's up to date. We're going to T3. I fucked up. Even I'm allowed to be a fuckboy sometimes. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Iron Man and Mandarin. That's right. So this reveal was earlier this week. I got nothing to say about it. Like, Iron Man looks dope. I like the new head sculpt of the, the Thing. I think that's cool, but I think the Mandarin is an absolute waste. I understand the whole comic aspect of it, but he doesn't even have rings. Oh, he does. Sorry, but he has 5 rings. Yeah, there's a 10. Okay. Yeah, this does nothing for me. To me, this would be a pickup if it was on super clearance, because you can use the suited body for something else. And then if they do come out with another Mandarin, you now have an alternate head sculpt or 2 that you can toss on that. Otherwise, it just does nothing for me. But going to Deadpool, this was the announcement today, the 3rd Maximum Series figure release. First we had Spider-Man, then we had Hulk, and now we end up at Deadpool. So I do have some thoughts. I listened to a couple of reactions, just to get a feel for how people were when it comes to this figure. But I got some thoughts. Now, disclaimer. I've said this a couple times now on the show. I've been showing Hasbro a lot of mercy. I've been showing them a lot of mercy. I love all the representatives that are on the G.I. Joe team and the Marvel Legends team. Oh, sorry, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, and Ghostbusters team. There's some overlap there. Huge fans of them. The Star Wars team, I don't watch enough of their live streams to really care. But I do have there's a soft spot in my heart for the Ghostbusters team, Marvel Legends team, and the G.I. Joe team. So I try to show mercy on them. I'm also, one of the few, I feel, that actively talks about the tariff stuff. Like, the tariff shit is very real, whether people want to admit it or not. It's real. Whether their God King tells them it's beneficial to us or it's not. I'm here to tell you that it's not. So there's that. Today, Walmart released their earnings, and they admitted that the tariff pain is about to hit all of you, including myself. They talked about that. So all of that's very real. Now, when it comes to the Maximum Series and, figure like this, I'm like, all right, we're going to start seeing either less things in our packages, less things with our figures, or we're going to just see the straight up price increase because they can't eat all of it. When I saw this one announced at the 50 Bones, I was like, I feel like the tariff stuff might be playing a factor here in them saying, let's just roll this into a Maximum. Because nothing about it to me seems Maximum versus, I don't feel like any of them have looked Maximum, to be honest. But I'm like, all right, they got to make their money, so maybe that's why they're doing this. But I do know that he was teased at SDCC, which at that point decisions are already made. Maybe he was decided on when the tariff stuff was announced. I don't know. But there are 2 things I want to note here. For the 3rd time in a row, I do not believe that this merits any kind of Maximum title. I don't. Because the Maximum title comes with a Maximum price point. And nothing in this box to me looks like it's $50 worth of anything. Cool Deadpool figure. Honestly, I love my Deadpool Wolverine Deadpool. I think that one has great articulation. I always imagined Deadpool as being more on the skinnier side than muscular side. So this iteration of Deadpool, whether it was Maximum or not, I wasn't going to get it anyway. But I also just feel like it's not a Maximum figure for the 3rd time in a row. Now, things have changed. My attitude towards the Maximum line has changed. I have finally jumped on the bandwagon of it's just not for me, so why am I going to get upset? It's just not for me. If you want to buy it, bless your heart. Do it. It keeps the line going. It keeps the lines in general going. Do it. But as time goes on and as more and more figures come out, I'm really starting to evaluate and see what is out there for price point. I've been absolutely loving this figure. This is my new desk figure. Absolutely loving it. $27. I understand. Licenses, overhead. I understand all that stuff. No need to spam it in the chat unless you want to. By all means, feel free. But I ain't spending $50 on Marvel Legend. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. In fact, the Marvel Legend $50 tax that existed way before tariffs has sailed when they were already doing, to me, $50 figures in the form of 2 packs that included a figure that nobody wanted. I was showing the boys in the chat the other day. We had the Punisher 2-pack with that villain that had the gun hand. Let me find that real quick. Punisher 2-pack Marvel Legends. Here it is. Going for 118 right now. Bushwhacker, thank you. To me, this is a prime example of the Marvel Legends $50, tax. You get a figure this is an amazing looking Punisher. No questions about it. They had to 2-pack him with the Bushwhacker, knowing Bushwhacker would sell 0 on his own. The Daredevil 3-pack. Even that 2-pack with Hydro Man. But this one. Amazing Daredevil. They made a Daredevil on the Renew Your Vows body. Something we all wanted. We don't get that many Daredevil figures. 3-packed him with Bullseye and Elektra. So I'm paying $75 for Daredevil because you know what's up. So these things have happened before, and I've just chalked them up to the game and moved on. So now with the Maximum line, they're kind of doing that again with some of these where it's just like, we feel like this figure because it's more popular. This is the price point. Why is it focused on JDF? Focus on me. What are you doing? So it's nothing new. I don't knock them from them. Business is business. But I didn't want to get that Deadpool anyway. It's not in my head canon, that's not what Deadpool looks like. So ain't gonna do it for me. Now, some of you have mentioned that you were down for it. But I'm not gonna sit up here and just be like, like I was with Spider-Man. Because the other thing too, to Ryan's point, who formerly worked at Hasbro, there's other versions out there. It's not the only version you're going to get. So as time has moved on and gone on, I'm like, you know what? If that's what they want to do and that's what people want to pay, it's all you. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that one. Let's catch up on the comments here. I have mixed observations on the Iron Man and Mandarin 2-pack. T3 says he'll buy it. Deadpool, he's talking about. I left my civilian account. NECA should recreate the subway scene in Devil's Advocate when Al Pacino tells the guy he needs to go home because his wife is having an affair, but he says it all in Spanish. It's great. The Deadpool looks nice. They just have maximum $50 price point. Yep. The accessories would be a box cutter. There you go. Hi, Jamie, Bushwhacker. The only way Marvel Legends is getting 50 from me is Gamerverse and that Sentinel. I miss when action figures were 15. Yeah. That's gone. But, you know, same with, oh, and I can't wait to see you on Ready to Believe You, HeyArcher. Oh, awesome. Thank you. You know, similar to the pre-order stuff, like I talked about last week and the week before, you know, we need the flippers involved. As long as the flippers are here, it helps things, you know, move along. And items like this, you know, would it sell well on its own? Probably not. Would a casual person see that Deadpool and be like, oh, that's my Deadpool? Probably not. So hopefully flippers get in the game. They keep that line going. But more importantly, it's not even like so much keeping the line going. I just want to keep the Marvel Legends line going. Not so much Maximum. Just going to, it's time to lower down. As my camera falls. That would have sucked. Took a snack break, and it caught me. Valid point. Not my original idea. Not my original thought. I wish I could point out who it was or say who it was. But somebody was saying, how, was it Iron Ken? It might have been Iron Ken that was pointing out how, you know, Hasbro's seeing how much some of these items go on the aftermarket. Characters like Deadpool and Daredevil and all that. And they're like, hey, I can charge less than that, more than a standard figure. And people are going to say, oh, at least it's better than the other scenario. So I don't doubt that's a thing. I truly don't doubt that's a thing. I think it was on sale for $90. It's a good table. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm going to go back, look at T3's page, see if there's any other toy stuff I want to talk about. I don't think there is. And then we'll go over to Alien Earth. Yeah, I think that was it. I do want to say RIP. Brett, I believe his name is, from Mastodon. Love Mastodon. Just, you know, a nerdy band, and love them. Tragically died in a car accident. He was on his motorcycle. Apparently, BMW ran a yield sign or something. Hit him. Done deal. So, RIP to him. Like I said, Peacemaker's on. Actually, Peacemaker already premiered. We also have the Ghostbuster clogs. Classic clog with the Crocs. These were supposed to arrive tomorrow, and they got rescheduled to Monday. Same for Rambling Nerd, who also ordered them. So I was going to try to get these tomorrow, do an unboxing and a review. Just going to have to wait till next week. Which sucks. Oh, Dada said the HasLab. That's right. I forgot we have a whole nother HasLab. Oh, we did get these pre-orders come up this week. Doesn't seem to be doing very well. The Gambit and Rogue, I was so hyped. You guys know I was so hyped for this 2-pack. But that ab crunch is just ridiculous. I can't do it. Not at 50 bones. And then we had the Storm and Wolverine go for pre-order. I forgot that they were trying to pay homage to the final episode of X-Men 97. So that's why you have this 2-pack, the Jean and Cyclops 2-pack coming out. I'm not a brown suit Wolverine guy. This is definitely not my mental version of Storm. So I don't need these. I will still be getting the Cyclops and Jean Grey. Those two I really like. But yeah, we have the LAAT still going. Oh, that always scares the shit out of me. Got the Paximus channel member notification, 27 months.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Always scares me. It's like, what? By the way, you guys can support the channel, 99 cents a month. Helps us with the toy hobby, but of course helps pay for a lot of the things like the streaming software, our action cameras to do content. So that's always a plus. And then there's the $199 tier where you do save on merch when you buy them on the site. And we'll start doing some more streams where it's open mic for those members, the Nerd Lieutenants. So that's an added bonus over there for the channel members. But going over to the HasLab, you know, I said it on Daily Planet this week. Nobody knows anything because that snowcat came out of nowhere, hitting all the tiers, passing the goal. Didn't see that coming at all. Zero. So with this one, not even close. I feel like Star Wars collectors are not as hardcore as G.I. Joe, especially when it comes to HasLabs. So I don't know if this is going to do with what the snowcat did. We'll see. Actually, I don't really watch Out of the Basement anymore, so I got to go check them out and see what their thoughts are on this. I know some of you guys are on the fence that watch the show. And actually, similar to what T3 was saying earlier, this thing currently goes for less than what the smaller version goes for in the aftermarket. So I get it. Sorry, I got to stop saying I said that a lot today. I just want my HasLab Ecto 1s and my 84 Proton back. I feel you, man. I feel you. I made that meme this week. I just want an 84 pack announcement or something, because unlike every other pre-order thing that they've done, this one doesn't have an end date. They haven't said when it's going to stop at like the orders or anything. All they said was it's coming out next year. I think beginning of the year, maybe. So I would like them to just say something about the Proton Pack, but we'll see how it goes. The Ecto 1, somebody was asking about that in one of the forums, and everybody went at him like, oh, here we go again. People were like, any updates on my Ecto 1? It's the same thing every time. Everybody calm down. Somebody just wants to know where their shit is. That's a very reasonable question. And I feel like people don't realize that not everybody watches everything. So there could be people out there who bought the Ecto 1 because a friend shared it with them. And that's literally the only toy thing that they, as far as like news goes, that they follow. So they have no idea anything else happening. And generally are like, hey, I bought this thing. Where is it? I don't remember the details. And everybody's like going after them. It's ridiculous. Patrick says the McFarlane Batmobile ends tomorrow. One door, no lights. I'm good on that. Geek Strong said the gunship is amazing, but I don't collect prequel ships. I mainly collect original trilogy. Is the price point not an issue for you on that one? It's only just the era that's a problem. I'm curious. Okay, let's end the show on Alien Earth. By the way, I watched my wife and I finished watching Wednesday. Amazing show. There's going to be some amazing. There's going to be some Wednesday nods in the upcoming merch for sure. But Wednesday was great. So if you can, check out the season of Wednesday, part 1 of season 2. Part 2 comes out beginning of September. So Alien Earth dropped. It's been getting rave reviews going into it, and I was pretty excited for another release in the Alien line, Alien franchise. And I liked episode 1. I'm struggling to finish episode 3. I'm struggling to finish episode 3. Now, is the show terrible? No. Is the show, like, in some aspects being, like, innovative and building on some past lore? Yes. I asked ChatGPT, like I said, my new friend, I've asked it a couple questions about the show. The show apparently is not canon to the movies. So the events of this show do not affect the OG movie, sequel, even Prometheus. Doesn't affect any of those. Not that things have happened that would, but I'm just saying. One of the companies that they announced, or one of the companies involved in the show, again, this is not a spoiler, is still the company name from Blade Runner. So I looked up with ChatGPT, are they trying to make this a shared universe of Blade Runner? The answer is no. Still just a name. But I feel like 3 episodes in, I feel like there's some campiness to it that I'm like, all right, I forgot this is a TV show. Like I forgot you have to fill an episode assignment. You know, like some of the jump scares are good. The graphics are good. The set pieces are good. I like the new characters, but certain things were happening in it where I was like, oh, you're just doing that for the sake of, like, 1, TV show suspense, and 2, to drag this out because you need to get me to the next episode, not because it's needed. And there were some things that happened, of course, that do happen in Alien as far as, like, things Alien does. I liked that they're building on some things from, like, Prometheus and those 2 movies as far as, like, the alien species and all that. I think that's cool. But I was like, there was like with one of the characters, it was like the 5th time in 2 episodes that a character should have eaten it. And they were about to die, and then something happens to save them, and I was like, all right, I'm good. I was like, I'm good. So I do encourage you to give Alien Earth a shot. 1,000%. If you're a fan of Alien, even a fan of Predator, not that there's been any Predator stuff in it, but if you're a fan of that stuff, I encourage you to give it a shot, because we do still need, you know, a lot of these franchises at times, it feels like they're on the ropes. Like Predator was very much on the ropes, and then Prey brought it back. So I feel like with this release in particular, I don't have a lot of reasons to tell you not to watch it, but I will give you the reason to watch it of there's a chance you like it, and there's a chance it helps us get more Alien stuff. So I would say that. I will get to the comments now. I will not read any if they are spoilerish for those listening who can't avoid the chat, only when I read it out. Geek Strong, you would have bought it if it was a different vehicle, essentially, because you bought 2 of the Cantinas. You did. Such a good show. Both me and my wife really like Alien Earth. Oh, there you go. Geek Strong says, I'm really enjoying Alien Earth. I won't say that. Just, again, potential spoiler if somebody's listening. Timeline is happening at the same time as the first movie. And I won't read that one for potential spoiler. But this is one of those scenarios where if anybody says they like the show, I've got no knock on you liking the show, because in fact, some of the non-alien things happening on the show, I actually thought it was pretty interesting. I like the concepts. I do like that we're on Earth now and getting another look at how Earth operates in this future. You know, it's funny how, like, this isn't a spoiler if you've watched any of the movies post Alien 3. You know, the Whalen Corporation kind of like runs shit like on Earth. But what the show does is it highlights how they're not the only multi-trillionaire company on the block. There's other ones too. And they also run Earth. Like, essentially, we all, what do you call it? We millionaires will gotcha. You know, millionaires kind of run the show. Gotcha. So I do like that aspect of it. And, you know, when they said that name from Blade Runner, the company that is the big dog in Blade Runner, I forgot they mentioned that in Prometheus, the name of that company. So when they said it here, I can't remember the name at the top of my head right now, but when I said it here, I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. I looked it up. I'm actually going to go to ChatGPT. I don't have it on this browser. Blade Runner company name in Alien movie. The Tyrell Corporation. There's a Tyrell Corporation in the Alien franchise in this show, but it's not the same one. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. You know, what if it is? What if they are trying to branch it? But they weren't. So I would be down for a Blade Runner TV show. You know, and to the previous point, you know, a show like Alien Earth, that's pretty expensive to make, I would assume. You know, if a show like that does well, you know, like Fallout's doing well, like all these sci-fi shows that aren't cheap to make are doing well. So as they continue to do well, you know, maybe there are other things we'll get that previously we wouldn't have. Blade Runner TV show, I'd be down for that. I would love to watch a Blade Runner TV show. Without Harrison Ford's character, or maybe it's a prequel to that. I don't know. You know, I'm not smart enough to say. I'm not as well versed in Blade Runner as I am other things to say people would or wouldn't want to see a Blade Runner prequel anything. I don't know. So but I do think it'd be cool to live in that cyberpunk future on a, you know, syndicated level. So there's that. But yeah, otherwise, I think that's all I got for today. Definitely check out Alien Earth. I don't know if I want to continue, but definitely check it out. Definitely check out Wednesday. Wednesday was amazing. I'm probably going to rewatch like this season. It's only a couple episodes, so I might rewatch it again, see if there's things I missed. I'm loving Addams Family. I love the Addams Family in general. Check out JB's Toy Trunk. He did a review of some Addams Family figures from the cartoon. That was a fun one, so make sure you check that out. Nice throwback. Geek Strong says Blade Runner is overrated. I thought we were friends. We're still friends. I could see that. I totally could see that. I remember explaining Blade Runner to my wife, and it was one of those scenarios where, first of all, I've said this before, Blade Runner and Andor to me are very similar. You cannot like movie 1/season 1 and not like movie 2/season 2, because they're very much the same thing. If you like one and not the other, I don't get it. As far as their respective season 1s and part 1s to part 2s. Now with Blade Runner is very similar to, actually T3 in the chat, it's very similar to The Crow, very similar to Akira, right? Actually, Blade Runner stole a lot of its aesthetic. Ridley Scott stole a lot of that aesthetic from Akira, the anime. There are things out there that are almost so much of a game changer that you can't say they suck, even if they kind of do. Now, is Blade Runner greatest movie of all time the way that some people think it is? No, absolutely not. But it was such a game changer visually that like you have to give it its respect. You know, Alien, you have to give it its respect. Star Wars, the first movie, you got to give it its respect. Like that happens. Now there's other movies that I think are game changers, but just aren't as popular because they wrong place, wrong time. The Creator, right? The Creator very much, you know, rips off aspects of Blade Runner. But visually and knowing how they shot that movie, The Creator is very much a game changer type of movie. People don't really look twice at it. In fact, I should watch it again to see if it still holds up. But, you know, there are certain movies where I'm like, all right, I personally don't like The Crow. I've never liked The Crow. I rewatched it in my adulthood, and I told T3 he might want to, you know, end his friendship with me because it's his favorite movie. And I was like, bro, I can't with this movie. But I give it its respect. I will always give it its respect. And shout out to Brandon Lee. You know, wrong place, wrong time. So, there's that. Data Film says there's a Canadian series called Total Recall 2070 from 1999. It's pretty dope. I have it on DVD. It's very Blade Runner. All right, cool. Cool. Primitive War is only at select theaters, so good luck. Carlos, I gave you a big shout out in my Tiny Nightmares video. Oh, by the way, check out Geek Strong's latest popcorn bucket video. He went to go find the Toxic Avenger ones, and those barrels actually look pretty cool. I almost wish they were smaller so they could scale well with, you know, 6-inch line figures. Maybe they scale well with 1/6 scale figures. But they look pretty cool actually. So shout out to that. Oh, before I leave and before I talk about tomorrow's video, like I said, the weather has been chilly. Got the window open, got a hoodie on. I made a meme the other day about the first leaves are starting to fall in my yard. So my favorite holiday's coming up, Halloween. And when I went to the store today to get some more beverage, I saw the display and I had to get it. So even though it's not even September yet, we're going to crack our first pumpkin spice beverage of the season as I got spray on my monitor. But it's fine. It's fine. Cheers to all of you. So good. I'm going to have to hold off a little bit on the... Ooh, almost knocked over my other drink. I'm going to have to hold off a little bit on the pumpkin spice hot coffee. I'm not quite there yet. Shout out to JB. I know he's also a big connoisseur of the pumpkin spice coffee. But we'll have the pumpkin spice beer for now. At my local theater, since it's unfortunately not one of the select theaters, but I'll find a way to watch Primitive War so I can finally get a true dinosaur horror movie. You showed me that trailer. You're all about that movie. I hope it does well. And I hope it does well enough to get a wider release. Similar to Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles did so well on that first couple days, or that first day's viewing. They spread it out to a week. I didn't get a chance to go see it, so I'll make sure to watch it on streaming. I watch that movie all the time anyway. Another popcorn video in about 10 minutes. There you go, Conjuring. I take back my agreement. The Blade Runner is peak sci-fi. Now, Steve, you will like The Crow. Y'all got seasons up north. Lucky. I got to get that P.O. box. I'm sorry. I still haven't done it yet. No pumpkin spice. That means summer's over. Yeah, I'm all about summer being over. I'm ready for fall. Ready to not have to mow my lawn every week. That's for sure. But tomorrow, and Rambling Nerd in the house. Tomorrow, Rambling Nerd has a video dropping. It is, or is it tonight? I think it's tomorrow. Let me know. He purchased and received his very first hot toy. Yes. Rambling Nerd has purchased and received. I won't say what it is in case you haven't seen his post. I'll let you be surprised. But it looks amazing. I can understand where he would have issues with things on it. Because when you get your first hot toy, it's tough because you want to push the limits on them like you do a regular toy. And you kind of get that realization like, oh, it's not a standard toy. So check it out. It's a good video. It's a good figure. Likeness is great. So you guys are going to enjoy that. And once we end this stream, I think it's time for you guys to all check out Peacemaker Season 2. Hopefully I can watch it with my wife and avoid spoilers online. You gotta protect your damn neck. That's for sure. But thank you guys for stopping by. Good time as always. No toy purchases on tonight's stream, but video tomorrow. There you go. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. We have the Daily Planet videos dropping a couple times a week. Maybe there'll be one tomorrow. Maybe not. Depends on when I wake up. We'll see. But either way, I'm happy that you guys stopped by. And sorry I had to be a downer on some of that talk earlier, but it is what it is. I feel like if I don't... You guys know me. If I don't talk about something, I feel like it's not genuine for me to not talk about it because I like to talk about everything. So, is what it is. Shoe and the Shoe show. Steve and T3 fight. Yeah, that's got to be a thing. I got to get out there to Cali, man. I got to get out to Cali. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.
What? Huh? More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.